Welcome back, everybody, to another MD After Dark episode today. So we didn't post for you guys yesterday because Dre was coming back from India and I had some other stuff to do. So we sent you my blog from the Bucks game yesterday in replacement. So I hope you guys all enjoyed that. As I definitely had a lot of fun doing it. I bet Dre had a lot of fun editing it. That was funny. So yeah, hopefully we could get more of that in the future. I think Dre is going to a Bulls game this weekend, I believe. So he'll
Yeah.
bring you a vlog on that. So yeah. So hope you guys all enjoy, and plus I got my Bucks merch on since a little bit news about why I'm happy about them today. But anyways, Dre is Dre Draying today.
I don't know. I'm doing all right.
All right. Honestly, that's all right. Honestly, yeah. So anyways, we are going to get started off with I just want to quickly recap. So currently there's this new college basketball tournament going on that debuted this year called the College Basketball Crown. I just want to quickly just recap those scores real quick before we get into our headline leagues today. So far in the College Basketball Crown, Butler has defeated Utah 86-84. This is yesterday's games, by the way. Boise State defeated George Washington 89-59. Nebraska defeated Arizona State 86-78. And then Georgetown defeated Washington State 85-82. And then today, Cincinnati defeated DePaul 83-61. And then UCF defeated Oregon State 76-75. And then Villanova defeated Colorado 85-64. And right now, USC is currently up on Tulane for 46-34 at the beginning of the second period. So, yeah, that's college basketball crown. So, Dre, did you get a chance to watch any of the college basketball crown?
When I was in class today, I watched a little bit of Cincinnati and DePaul, so that was pretty fun. Cincinnati has some good players that I didn't really know about, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, especially, I remember you sent me a snap today about Jizzle James.
I love that guy.
Yeah, Cincinnati's got a phenomenal name team like Jizzle James, Day Thomas, and then of course not really the flashiest names. And you got Dylan Mitchell, but Dylan Mitchell's a baller, anyways.
I didn't know he was a lefty. I watched him try to dunk it yesterday, and he's a lefty, so that's pretty fun.
Yeah, Dylan Mitchell. I guess college basketball crown does teach you a lot of things. So, anyways, that was just the college basketball crown, the new postseason tournament that came out for teams that did not make the NCAA tournament. Looks like it's been a success so far in my eyes. I mean, Oregon State UCF game was down the wire, and then of course Utah and Butler. I mean, got a bunch of close and competitive games. I mean, yeah, overall looking like some good basketball in the college basketball crown. So, anyways, yeah, that was that. So, Dre, you want to get us started with some NBA?
Sure. There's one game left. There's only like 3 minutes left, so probably by the time I'm done, there's only it's either 8 or 9. I don't know. There's only 7 games today, and I'm just gonna give a heads up. Both of our teams won today, so that's fun.
Whoa.
All right, our first game, the Knicks beat the 76ers 105-91. The Knicks were led by a surging OG Anunoby with 27, and then Mitchell Robinson and Mikal Bridges both had 14. Landry Shamet off the bench with 20. DeLon Wright, former Buck from this season, had 12, and Josh Hart had 9. And then for the 76ers, they were led by Quentin Grimes, obviously. And then Ricky Council, the fourth, had 15. You remember him at Arkansas a couple of years back?
Yep, he was another classic one and done there. Before the Calipari era, that was when Eric Musselman was there.
Mm-hmm. And then Lonnie Walker had 11 and 7 rebounds. And then Alex Reese. I don't think there's any relation with Angel or Julian Reese there, but he had 10 points. Overall, both teams shot 42%. 76ers shot 6 for 31 from the three-point line. That's fine. That's fire. Knicks shot 38%. Free throw line, 76ers shot 77 to 80% of the Knicks. Both teams had like 42 to 44 rebounds, and both teams had 18 and then 19 turnovers. So I think the Knicks just outshot them this game. I will do the next game, and then I'll get your opinion. The Trailblazers, yes. Hold on. Do the Trailblazers play again before they play the Bulls? They do. They play. Okay, so the Bulls might actually have a chance on Friday because they play the Raptors in Toronto right before they go to Chicago, which means they have to fly. So it's not like, well, they'd have to fly anyways because the game was in Chicago. So the Trailblazers get a big win over the Hawks, which the Bulls need, 127 to 113. The Trailblazers were led by a triple-double from Denny Avdia, 32, 15, and 10. A double-double from Shaedon Sharpe, 33 and 10 rebounds, And then Toumani Camara with 18, Donovan King with 11 and 7 rebounds. And Delano Banton had 11 points. And then for the Hawks, they were led by... Can you guess who led them in scoring?
Trae Young.
Yeah. Trae Young, 29 points, 15 assists. Dyson Daniels with a double-double as well, 22 points, 10 rebounds. Vic Craig with 13 points. Onyeka Okongwu with 12 points, only 6 rebounds, kind of disappointing for him. And then Karis LeVert with 10 points. Overall, both teams shot around 45% from the field. The three-point stats were not very good. 31 for the Trailblazers, 21 for the Hawks. 74% from the free throw line for the Trailblazers, 85% for the Hawks. And then 54 rebounds to 45. The Trailblazers beat the Hawks there. And the Trailblazers turned the ball over 17 times, but the Hawks turned it over 19 times. So very poor basketball today. Michael, do you have anything from the first two games?
Ever since I've been to the Bucks game, I must be OG Anunoby's good luck charm because he has certainly gone off these past couple of games. I mean, good for OG Anunoby. Again, he's just playing some great basketball overall, like leading them in scoring, like really filling in the role for Jalen Brunson while he's injured. So, and that's basically the main reason why the Knicks just keep rolling, even without Jalen Brunson. Honestly, the Knicks look like they're in pretty good shape, but now the question becomes, can they beat the Celtics and the Cavs in the East? We'll probably find that out in playoff time. And then overall, the Trailblazers, yeah, Denny Avdia looks really good. Like a triple-double today. Like he looks like the future for this Trailblazers team. And then the Hawks, yeah, after the way that they shot against the Bucks Sunday, you kind of knew that the Hawks weren't going to shoot that well, and they didn't. And, you're going to have one of those nights. But anyways, Trailblazers, man, that core looks really young, and they have a promising future, especially Donny Avdia. My goodness, he's been a baller this year. That's going to be a name that I think the NBA is going to have to tremble in fear for a long time to come.
I know. Ever since, I think if Washington gets a good coach that could develop some of these guys, they'll be good. But like I've said before, like if Corey Kispert gets out of Washington, I feel like he'll be a great 3-and-D ball player. He'll be chucking up threes. What's a good comparison for him? I don't really have one. Do you think of somebody I can compare to Corey Kispert?
Jalen Suggs.
I was going to say that, but he doesn't have the hops like him. I know they both went to Gonzaga, so, I could see it. Our next two games, we have the Suns losing to the Bucks, 133 to 123. The Bucks were led by Giannis Antetokounmpo with 34. Brook Lopez with 22. Finally, Ryan Rollins, who has been impressing. Again, another former Washington Wizard, 23 points. Kyle Kuzma with 12 and Taurean Prince with 16. The Suns were led by Devin Booker with a double-double, 39 and 11. Nick Richards also had a double-double, 13 and 11 rebounds. Tyus Jones with 16. Grayson Allen with 23. And Colin Gillespie, a rookie, with 18. Kevin Durant did not play today, so that probably made it easier for the Bucks. Michael, I'm not only going to go over the Bucks because the Suns, they don't even compare in how the Bucks played today. Bucks shot 69% from the field, 59% from three, and 93% from the 3-point line or free throw line. If they shot 93% from the 3-point line, they would have put up like 200 points. There was like no rebounding. 33-29, the Bucks did lose that, but when you're shooting that good, you're not going to be getting any offensive rebounds. But they also did not prevent any offensive rebounds. The Suns had 15. And then the Bucks actually turned the ball over 18 times to the Suns 13, and they just outshot them when they didn't turn the ball over. So yeah, and then the Chicago Bulls get a big win over the Toronto Raptors, 137-118. The Bulls were led by Talen Horton-Tucker with 27 points and Kobe White with 28. Phenomenal night. Talen Horton-Tucker, he should have been getting more minutes before this game. He is young, and if he can show Billy Donovan by the time the season's over that he deserves to get more minutes, I feel like they could extend his contract. But you never know, they probably won't. Especially when you have a draft pick this year. You could draft a guy that'll probably take his spot. But anyways, Zach Collins also had 12 rebounds. Josh Giddey with a double-double, 17 and 12 assists. Kevin Huerter with 16, and then Nikola Vucevic with 22 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Almost had a triple-double. And then for the Raptors, they were led by Emmanuel Quickley with 17 and Jacoby Walter with 17. Jakob Poeltl had 12 points, and Orlando Robinson with 13. A.J. Lawson also had 13 points. And Scotty Barnes, again, another disappointing game, 9 points only. R.J. Barrett did not play today. So overall, I mean, both of our teams just played phenomenal. Both shot 56% to the 45% of the Raptors, 41% to the 44% of the Raptors at the three-point line. So the Raptors actually shot better from the three-point line and the free throw line, 90% to 85% of the Bulls. But here's where the Bulls finally decided, oh yeah, we're going to start rebounding, 49 to 35. And they chopped down the turnovers to even at 12 and 12. So yeah, Michael, what are your opinions on those two games?
First of all, I'm going to start with the Bucks game. Finally, we won the basketball game. Oh my gosh, finally. But anyways, I mean, the Bucks they just shot the lights out tonight. Like that's all really you could say. Actually, I had one of my floor mates actually go to the Bucks game tonight. She was a Suns fan tonight because that person really likes Devin Booker a lot, so that's why. But anyways, Bucks they just shot the lights out. They looked really good today. Of course, Giannis was terrific. Brian Rollins is stepping up huge during Damian Lillard's injury. Brooke Lopez finally did something today. Thank you so much, Brooke, for finally doing something today. But anyways, they look good today. They shot well, and the thing is, can the Bucks keep this up? Can we just be consistent now? And I think getting a win today was huge. And then again, the Bulls, the Bulls again, they just shot the ball well. They just played well overall. I know the Raptors were a bit short because they didn't have RJ Barrett, but overall, I mean, the Bulls they just keep winning. That can help their confidence up, and then who knows, the future might look bright for in Chicago.
Yeah, even though Matas Buzelis had a bad game, I mean, and just so you know, Ryan Rollins has made more baskets this season. He's made more three-pointers this season than he has made field goals before this season his entire career. So
Wow.
yeah, Ryan Rollins is looking good. So yeah, I like that. And yeah, the final two games that aren't active at the moment, the Magic got a win over the Spurs, 116-105. They were led by a 20-piece by Franz Wagner and Paulo Banchero, both with 24, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with 23. And Caleb Houston off the bench, who had 12. Not a lot of scoring from them. I mean, a lot of guys with 2 and 4, but then those three guys, Kentavious, Paulo, and Franz, all combined for what? 71 of their 116. And then the Spurs were led by Harrison Barnes with 24 points. Stephon Castle had 16, Devin Vassell with 11, Julian Champagny with 19, and Bismack Biyombo with 11. Overall, 49% from the field for the Spurs, 48% for the Magic. Both teams are around 40% from the three-point line, but the Magic didn't miss a free throw, 12 for 12, and the Spurs made 12, but they missed 5, 12 for 17. 41 to 38, the Magic won the rebounding battle, and the Spurs had 7 more turnovers than the Magic at 17-10. So that'll probably contribute to the 11-point loss. Yeah, and then our final game, the Warriors get a big win over the, oh man, and by big, 134-125 over the Memphis Grizzlies. Our player of the day, Steph Curry, 52 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Whoo! Yeah, he wanted it tonight. Yeah, and then Draymond Green with a triple-double, 13, 12, and 10. And Jimmy Butler had 27 points, and then Moses Moody with 10. Of course, the day we stopped betting on Draymond Green, and he's like, "You better start putting me in your parlays with a triple double and 35 PRA." But then John Morant also went out there and dropped 36 points. Desmond Bane with 19, Jaren Jackson Jr. with 22, Scottie Pippen with 10, Zach Edey with a double double at 10 and 16, and then Santi Aldama with 18. I mean, that just shows the Grizzlies could be dangerous, but when Steph Curry is hot, the Warriors are the better team. Overall, the Warriors only shot 42% from the field to the 47 of the Grizzlies. But wow, I will tell you this stat. But the Grizzlies still shot better from 3 too at 41% to 39% of the Warriors. But the Warriors made 28 straight free throws. And the Grizzlies only shot 22 and made 19. The Warriors also won the rebounding battle 49-43 and the turnover battle 11-16. So Michael, what do you think? Sorry. Do you think the Warriors are actually going to be in contention, or that's just a good game from Steph Curry?
Me personally, I just think this was a good game for Steph Curry. But here's the thing: if Curry just continues to be a big time factor for this Warriors team, they could definitely be dangerous. I mean, the Warriors, ever since that Jimmy Butler trade, they have been a really good contender. I like this Warriors team with Butler. I mean, of course, when Curry is struggling, then you also got another option there for Butler as well. And then my biggest X factor for this Warriors team come playoff time is Brandon Podziemski. How is he going to do? I mean, he only scored 8 points tonight, but that's because, of course, Curry went off today. But here's the thing. On those off days from Curry, and when Butler is not playing that well either, who's going to step up in those moments? And I'm looking at Podziemski. I mean, he's the future for this Golden State Warriors team. So my thing is, can Brandon Podziemski show up when it matters most in the playoffs, when Curry's not dropping 50 or when Jimmy Butler's not 12 for 12 from the free throw line, or scoring 27 and that stuff? And that's my biggest thing. Otherwise, the Warriors, they definitely have the talent to make it far. As long as they still have Curry, they have a shot. But my thing is, can they keep being consistent, and how's the rest of the roster going to help them?
I agree. So yeah. Overall, the Timberwolves are beating the Nuggets 112-110 with 30 seconds left. And I'm just going to go over the leading scorers. Julius Randle is leading the Timberwolves at the moment. And the Nuggets are led by Nikola Jokic with 47. So yeah, Jokic in his third game back, already showing why he should be MVP. So yeah, Michael, do you have anything else for the NBA today?
I'm just glad that the Bucks won. I mean, they needed this win. Now they're only a game back of the Pacers, so I'm satisfied with the Bucks tonight. I really am. Thank gosh we got that win. Yeah, but otherwise, meanwhile the Timberwolves and Nuggets are finishing thugging it out in Denver. Let's go to some NHL action so far. We had a busy day in the NHL action right now. So far, there are 3 games still going on in the NHL. The Oilers.
There was 10 games total. I looked.
There's 10 games total. Yeah, so there's 3 going on right now, and there's 7 finished. So without further ado, let's get through all the 7 that are completed. All right, so the Capitals have defeated the Bruins 4-3 today. Let's take a look at the Alex Ovechkin goal chase. Alex Ovechkin did.
He scored today.
He scored a goal. He also scored assists with that. So with that being said, Alex Ovechkin is now at 891, and he's now 3 away for tying Wayne Gretzky's record, and he's 4 away from breaking the all-time goal-scoring record. So Alex Ovechkin continues his great chase there, scoring a goal today as well as an assist. And then other goal scorers today was Dylan Strom. He had a goal and assist as well. And then the rest of the goal scorers were Nick Dowd, Tom Wilson. And then also assisting for the Caps today were Pierre-Luc Dubois, Brandon Duhaime, and Alexei Protas, John Carlson, and Martin Verheveri. And then in goal tonight for the Capitals was Charlie Lindgren. He had not the greatest day. Not the greatest. 21 saves out of 24 saves attempts, allowing 3 goals with an .875 save percentage. Not the greatest, but the offense was able to back him up to get the win there. And then, Bruins continues. It continues to be a rough year for Boston. My goodness. Taking a look at the Bruins now. Leading the way was, of course, David Pastrnak. He scored 2 goals tonight. He was basically the only one offensing except for Vinny Lettieri, who scored the only other goal other than David Pastrnak. But Morky Geeky had 2 assists today, and others assisting was Marat Kustadinov, Minnesota Wild legend. And then, by legend, I mean we just trade him at the deadline for somebody. Yeah,
for compensation.
I think we got somebody in return. I'm gonna search up the trade details here. Oh yeah, we got Justin Brazeau, and then we got Justin Brazeau from the Bruins, and then we traded away Marat Kustadinov. So Kustadinov, glad to see him doing well in Boston. And then Pavel Zacha and Mason Lohrei also assisted for the Bruins. And that tonight was Jeremy Swayman, and Jeremy Swayman did not have your typical Jeremy Swayman performance. 28 saves out of 32 saves attempts, allowing 4 goals and having an .875 save percentage. So Capitals get the win 4-3, and basically the biggest news coming out of this: Alex Ovechkin is now 3 goals away from tying Wayne Gretzky's record, 4 away from breaking the all-time goal scoring record. And then another floor mate of mine is happy about this result. The Canadiens defeated the Panthers 3-2 in overtime. How about that? And then scoring the game winner was Nick Suzuki, who scored a wraparound.
Huh.
Nick Suzuki scoring the game-winning goal for the Montreal Canadiens, getting a big one too. So anyways, with that, so Nick Suzuki scored 2 goals in total tonight, including that game-winning goal. And then also scoring for the Canadiens was Josh Anderson. And then assisting tonight, Lane Hudson had 3 assists. My goodness. Lane Hudson continues to have a spectacular rookie year. How about that? How about getting contention for the Rookie of the Year award? I just searched up I keep forgetting the Rookie of the Year trophy. The name of the trophy. Oh yeah, the Calder Memorial. Yeah, so Lane Hudson definitely put up a case to win the Calder Memorial Trophy. That goes to the best Rookie of the Year. And then also assisting Cole Caulfield, Stevens Point native. Yeah, he got an assist tonight. And then Juraj Slafkovsky and Caden Gould also recorded assists for the Habs. And that today, Sam Montembeault. He had a good night tonight. 25 saves out of 27 saves attempts. 2 goals allowed with a .926 save percentage. And then looking at the Florida Panthers, scoring for them tonight was Maki Samoskevich and Nico Mikola. Nico Mikola scoring goals. And then assisting was Anton Lundell and Seth Jones. And then in net today I see that stare.
Seth Jones, man. His contract was bad. So, I don't even know.
I knew that was
I don't know
coming.
how to feel.
I knew that was coming. And then, anyways, in nets for the Panthers today was Vitek Vanacek. Did not have the greatest night tonight. 18 saves, 21 saves attempts, allowing 3 goals with an 857 save percentage. So the Canadians get a big win at home against the Panthers. How about that? The Canadians over the past 4 days, they get 2 wins against the Panthers. How about that? So, Dre, your overall thoughts, except for the Seth Jones assist, on those 2 games?
I would sure hope that the Carolina Panthers aren't that good at hockey.
Florida.
I cracked myself up. But yeah, I don't really know. I mean, Alex Ovechkin, he'll probably end up breaking the record by the end of the season. Do playoff goals count?
Yeah, so I think this all-time career, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that he'll definitely break that by the end of the season. Other than that, I'm kind of oblivious to hockey other than the Blackhawks and some of the Wild. Like, I obviously know some players, like Austin Matthews. I don't know why. I'm just super familiar with him on the Maple Leafs. But, yeah, and then some of the guys you've taught me. But right now, I'm not really super into it, so I can't really give you much of an opinion other than, like, Alex Ovechkin chasing the goal record.
Just wait until the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah.
That's some of the most phenomenal playoff
I'll have to
sports.
start watching hockey. Maybe I'd start watching hockey more if the Blackhawks were good, so that I could actually watch and see the other teams who they could actually play against. But no, the Blackhawks can barely beat the Sharks. I know that they're bad.
Hey, they're young. They're young. Give it a little time. They're young.
Well, they also did just call up that one guy. So, all right,
Yeah.
next.
All right. Then we got the Sabres defeating the Senators today, 5-2. Ouch for the Senators. They still hold on to that first wild card spot. So, anyways, looking at the Sabres, scoring today was Peyton Krebs, Ryan McLeod, Tage Thompson, and then Alex Tuck had a goal and assist as well. And Rasmus Dahlin, as a defenseman, got a goal and assist as well. Continue. Dahlin looking like having a good year as a defenseman. And then assisting for the Sabres today was J.J. Peterka, Jack Quinn, Jason Zucker, Connor Clinton, and Matthias Samuelson, who had 2 assists for the Sabres. And then in net today was James Reimer. Pretty solid day. 33 saves out of 35 save attempts, allowing 2 goals with a 943 save percentage. So good day for James Reimer. And then looking at the Senators, they were led by Claude Giroux, who had a goal, and then Jake Sanderson. Wow, Jake Sanderson continues to put up goals as a defenseman. One of the best scoring defensemen in the NHL. And then in the assist category, Michael Amadio and Tyler Clevin and Artine Zub recorded assists for the Sens. And then in net today, Linus Allmark had a rough day today. 17 saves out of 21 saves attempts, allowing 4 goals with an 810 save percentage. So the rough day for the former Boston Bruin Linus Allmark there. And then our next game, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning defeated the New York Islanders 4-1. Leading the way for the Tampa Bay Lightning, or excuse me, scoring goals for the Tampa Bay Lightning was Oliver Bjorkstrand, Nick Paw, Victor Hedman, and Jake Gensel. Gensel had a goal and an assist as well. And then assisting, Nikita Kucherov and Braden Point each had 2 assists each. And then also assisting was Anthony Cirelli, Eric Cernak, and Darren Radish. And then in net today for the Tampa Bay Lightning was Andrei Vasilevsky. And you know, Andrei Vasilevsky doing typical Andrei Vasilevsky things. 28 saves, 29 saves attempts, allowing 1 goal, 966 save percentage. Overall masterclass performance for Mr. Vasilevsky. And then anyway, scoring the only goal today for the Islanders was Bo Horvat. And then assisting on that goal was Ryan Pollock. And then in net today, Ilya Sorokin did not have the greatest day for the Isles. 20 saves out of 23 saves attempts, allowing 3 goals, and having an 870 save percentage. So, anyway, Dre, any thoughts on those previous 2 games?
I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not very familiar with most of those guys, and I can't really tell you if they had good performances or they didn't. So
I might have to share my ESPN Plus subscription so you can watch some power play. That's could be also maybe. So I don't think there was
just
any.
watch some of it on YouTube TV.
Well, I didn't think there was any national. I didn't think there was any national televised scheme. I don't think. I think
There was
that's.
yesterday.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was definitely yesterday, but I don't know about today. I think there probably will be tomorrow on TNT. Yeah, TNT. There's always double headers on TNT on Wednesdays, so good chance to watch some hockey there. And then, anyways, the Blue Jackets defeated the Predators 8-4 in a high-scoring matchup there in Columbus. Leading the scoring goals for the Blue Jackets today was leading the way. The leading scorer today for the Blue Jackets was Adam Fantilli, Sean Monahan. Or wait, there's more. I'm just reading statistics. Kirill Marchenko. Okay, there we go. There's so many scoring for the Blue Jackets. I don't know who to pick, but Kirill Marchenko had a hat trick today. 3 goals and an assist. My goodness, Kirill Marchenko continues to have a great year for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And then Sean Monahan had 2 goals and 2 assists. Adam Fantilli had 2 goals and assists. So that's 3 different players right there for the Blue Jackets that had 2 or more that had multiple goals. And then scoring the other goal was Dante Fabro, who had a goal and assists. And then other assisting for the Blue Jackets was Kent Johnson. He had 3 assists today. And then Boone Jenner and Zach Werenski had 2 assists each. Man, Werenski just continues to have a great year. And then also Denton Matejchuk had an assist as well. And that today for the Blue Jackets was Elvis Merzlikins. He had 24 saves, 28 saves attempts, allowing 4 goals, 857 save percentage. Yeah, not the greatest day for him, but the offense definitely backed it up, including Kirill Marchenko's hat trick performance. And then leading the way for the Predators in goals was Michael Bunting, Philip Forsberg, Justin Barron, and Jordan Osterley all scored goals for the Preds today. Leading the way in assists was Luke Evangelista. He had 2 assists today. Also assisting was Ryan O'Reilly, Cole Smith, Fedor Svechkov, and Jacob Vrana. And then the Predators had 2 goalies today because one of them definitely struggled mightily. Yusei Saros did not have a good night tonight. Yusei Saros was not himself. He had 19 saves out of 28 saves attempts, allowing 7 goals. Yeah, oh boy. He did have a 731 save percentage, but allowing 7 goals on the night. Oofta. Yusei Saros. Yeah, rough night tonight. And then in relief for him was Eustace Anunen. He had 10 saves out of 11 saves attempts, allowing 1 goal with a 909 save percentage, so a lot better. But Saros definitely struggled tonight for the Predators. It's just been how the Nashville Predators season has been as a whole. It's not good. And then this is not good for us Minnesota Wild fans here. The St. Louis Blues win in overtime against the Detroit Wings 2-1. So with that win now, the Blues overtake the first wild card spot. They leapfrog the Minnesota Wild. The Blues have 89 points compared to the Wild having 88. So the Minnesota Wild now have the last wild card spot, and the Blues overtake.
If they could miss the playoffs.
The Wild, I believe, are still 6 points above for the final playoff spot. So we're okay for now, but we gotta win tomorrow night. I'm just gonna say that.
Who do they
Score.
play?
Let's see. Oh, they play the Rangers. I mean, if we can score goals on Igor, we should be all right, but we'll see.
Eagle.
Yeah, Igor Shesterkin. Yeah. Anyways, scoring. Yeah. Anyways, scoring the game-winning goal for the Blues was Cam Fowler. Had a backhand with that backhand goal to end the game for the Blues. Anyways, Cam Fowler's goal, he also had an assist today. So a great night for Cam Fowler, the defenseman. And then scoring the other goal was Jordan Kyrou. And then assisting was Dylan Holloway and Robert Thomas. They all recorded assists today for the Blues. And then in net today, Jordan Binnington. Jordan Binnington always putting up masterclass performances. 20 saves out of 21 saves attempts, allowing one goal with a 952 save percentage. Looks like the Blues are getting hot at the right time, especially Jordan Binnington. He's been a brick wall back there in that net. And then anyway, scoring the only goal for the Red Wings today was JT Compher. And then assisting was Jonathan Berggren and Vladimir Tarasenko. They all assisted today. And then in that today was Cam Talbot, another Minnesota Wild legend. Cam Talbot had a really good day today. He had 35 saves out of 37 saves attempts, allowing 2 goals, 946 save percentage. Too bad that the offense could not do anything to back him up because Jordan Binnington is Jordan Binnington. But anyways, Dre, do you have any thoughts about the Blue Jackets mauling of the Predators, reverse psychology, I guess, and then the Blues overtime win to overtake the Wild?
I hope they knock the Wild out of the playoffs. I hope whoever's behind the Wild wins out, and then the Wild lose out, and then you guys don't make the playoffs.
If that happens, I will literally crash out. I'm just gonna say that because in one of my classes, there's a Blackhawks fan as well, and I think she's wishing on the Wild's downfall as well. So
Good.
yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah,
Anything
but
to not like the Black or the Wild, huh?
boys, we just need Kirill Kaprizov back, please. We need the thrill back, please.
What?
Okay, so but did you Cam? Anyways, good news for the Minnesota Wild now. The Utah Hockey Club defeat the Calgary Flames 3-1. The Flames are the first team out of the playoffs, so with them losing, the Wild retain that 6-point lead. So that's some good news at least. Leading the way for the Utah Hockey Club, scoring goals, was Barrett Hayton, Clayton Keller, and Kevin Stenlund. All those three recorded the goals for the Utah Hockey Club. And then assisting was Logan Cooley, Dylan Gunther, Alexander Kerfoot, Nick Schmaltz, Ian Cole, and Sean Dursey. And then in net tonight for the Hockey Club, Karel Vejmelka. He, ever since that horrid performance against the Lightning, he has been terrific ever since then. 33 saves, 34 save attempts, allowing a goal and having a 971 save percentage. So Vejmelka trending on the right path. And then scoring the only goal today for the Flames was Rasmus Anderson, and assisting, and that goal was unassisted. Interesting. And then in that for the Flames today was Dustin Wolf. He did not have a bad day. 25 saves out of 27 saves attempts, allowing 2 goals with a 926 save percentage. So again, the Utah Hockey Club defeat the Calgary Flames 3-1. That is huge for my Minnesota Wild. And then, anyways, this game just finished up here. The Oilers defeated the Golden Knights 3-2. The Oilers scoring the goals tonight for the Edmonton Oilers was Victor Arvidsson, Leon Draisaitl, and Jake Wallman. And then assisting for the Oilers was Evan Bouchard, who had 2 assists. And also assisting was Adam Henrique, Kasperi Kapanen, Bryant Nugent-Hopkins, and Vasily Podkolzin. And then in net today for the Oilers was Calvin Pickard. He had a decent day. 20 saves out of 22 saves attempts, allowing 2 goals, and having a 909 save percentage. And then looking at the Golden Knights, they were led by Pavel Dorofeyev, who had a goal and assists. And then scoring the other goal was Nicholas Roy. And then also assisting was Caden Korczak. Or actually, is it Nicholas Roy? Or I heard it was Nicola Ra or something like that, but could be one of those two. But anyways, in that today for the Golden Knights was Aiden Hill, who had 17 saves out of 20 saves attempts, allowing 3 goals with an 850 save percentage. So not the greatest day for Aiden Hill. Oilers get a big win to keep in pace with the Kings for that second place spot in the Pacific standings there. And then this game also just wrapped up. The Ducks defeated the Sharks 4-3 in a shootout. How about that? The Ducks winning a game and keeping their smidge playoff hopes alive there. Scoring goals today for the Ducks were Sam Colangelo, who had a goal and assists, Trevor Zegras, who also had a goal and assist, and then Jackson Lacombe scoring a goal for the Ducks. And then assisting was Mason McTavish, who had 3 assists on the night. And then Radko Gudas had an assist. And then in net tonight for the Ducks, Lucas Dostal, who had 28 saves, 31 saves attempts, allowing 3 goals, and having a 903 save percentage. So a pretty decent night for Dostal in net. And then scoring tonight for the Sharks for goals was Alexander Wenberg, Shakir Mukhamadullin, and Mark-Edouard Vlasic. And then assisting tonight was Ty Dellandrea, William Eklund, and Mario Ferraro, and Jack Thompson, all assisted for the Sharks. And then in net today for the Sharks, Alexander Georgiev, the former Colorado Avalanche. He had 34 saves out of 37 save attempts, allowing 3 goals with a 919 save percentage. So a good night for Georgiev, but the offense could not back it up as much as the Ducks will win in a shootout 4-3. And then right now, bad news for Oilers fans. The Kings are currently up on the Jets 3-1 with 6 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third period. So, Dre, your thoughts about those final NHL games? Or just on the NHL days in general?
I don't know. I think, like what you said, I kind of like their format. You said there's only 2 wild card teams.
Yeah.
So
And then top 3 in each division.
How does that make sense? Oh, okay, I guess that does. So then the first seed plays the winner of the wild card, and the 2 plays the 3.
Yeah, the 1 seeds play wild cards, and then 2 against 3 in divisions. Yeah.
Huh. All right.
We'll get to that.
So I got nothing else.
All right. And then just a little score update. The Timberwolves are up on the Nuggets 131-128 in double overtime. The Nuggets just scored, so now it's 131-130 Timberwolves lead. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in double overtime at the time of this recording. So keep you updates on
51.
that's crazy. Crazy stat lines that Jokic is up. So, Dre, meanwhile, the Timberwolves and Nuggets and then Jets and Kings continue to battle it out. Want to lead us into some MLB action today?
I actually have 2 things to point out for the NBA real quick. So the Bucks, with their 68.9% from the field tonight, that is the highest they've shot in a game since 1998. So very good performance from the Bucks today. And then also, with the win over the Toronto Raptors, the Chicago Bulls have eliminated the Toronto Raptors and have clinched the play-in berth. So that means the Bulls, being the 10 seed, everybody else above them, including the Bulls, are automatically within the play-in or the playoffs. And then with their 9th loss in a row, the Philadelphia 76ers extend their league-wide losing streak to 9 games. That's crazy. So, yeah. That's all I have. So yeah, I can go to the MLB. It's also 131 to 131.
Ooh.
Okay. Our first game of the day. I'll do the same format as earlier. That's Monday. That's yesterday. Can I please scroll to today? Thank you. The Miami Marlins get a win over the New York Mets 4-2. The
That's not
Marlins.
a walk-off?
No, it is not a walk-off. The Marlins didn't even have to hit in the ninth. Look at that.
Wow.
The Marlins were led by Kyle Stowers with a 2-run home run and Graham Pauley with 2 RBIs. Sandy Alcantara went 5 innings with 2 earned runs and 4 strikeouts. And the bullpen, they got through it, no earned runs. Well, they gave up no runs in total. The Mets were led by Brandon Nimmo with a solo home run and Francisco Lindor, who had an RBI. Kodai Senga had 2 earned runs in 5 innings, which means the other 2 runs were either unearned or just, I don't even know. But he had 8 strikeouts, and then Max Kranick went 3 innings of relief with 0 hits and 1 strikeout. The next game we have is the Rangers. I already know this. The Rangers won 1-0 on a first inning home run from Wyatt Langford. I didn't have to look. And then the Nathan Eovaldi, the first complete game and the first complete game shutout with 4 hits and 8 strikeouts. And the Reds were led by Carson Spears, who gave up 1 run in the 6 innings, and then the bullpen gave up nothing else. Let's see. Nobody on the Reds had more than 1 hit, so yeah, there's nothing really special there. Our next game, the Diamondbacks end the Yankees' undefeated streak with a 7-5 win. Eugenio Suarez keeps it going with a grand slam, a go-ahead grand slam. Corbin Carroll with a 2-run home run, and Geraldo Perdomo with an RBI. Corbin Burns went 4 1/3 with 2 earned runs, and then AJ Puck gave up a run in his inning of relief. Then for the Yankees, they were led by Anthony Volpe and Jason Dominguez, who both had a home run, and then Ben Rice, who had a home run. Which means the other 2 runs weren't batted in, so they must have been scored off an error. Will Warren gave up 2 earned runs in 5 innings, and then former Cub Mark Leiter Jr. gave up 3 earned runs. I assume that was the grand slam hit off of him by Eugenio Suarez. So that was probably just revenge from when they both played. Actually, I don't think Mark Leiter played in the NL Central with the Cubs when Eugenio Suarez was in the NL Central with the Reds. Another shutout for the Padres. They are 7-0 now. They were led by Jackson Merrill, who had a home run, Fernando Tatis, who had 2 RBIs, and then Luis Arraez, Xander Bogaerts, and Jake Cronenworth all had RBIs. Michael King, 5 innings of no-run ball and 11 strikeouts. And yeah, I mean, there was no save opportunity because they won by more than 5. And then Janeski Noel, Bo Naylor, and Stephen Kwan all had hits, and Logan Allen gave up 4 runs in 5 1/3. And then Joey Cantillo gave up a run in 2 innings. So yeah, and then I will go over this last game real quick. What did I skip over? How did I end up down there? Whatever. The Pirates defeated. The Pirates got shut out by the Rays, 7-0. The Rays were led by Brandon Lowe with a 3-run home run. Jake Mangum, wow, and then Cameron Misner. I've been impressed with him. Both had 2 RBIs as well. Shane Baz, former Pittsburgh Pirate prospect, went 6 innings of 7-hit ball, but 10 strikeouts and 0 earned runs. Mason Montgomery and Mason Englert both had innings of relief and had no earned runs. And then for the Pirates, they were led by Brian Reynolds and Key Brian Hayes, who both had 2 hits. Thomas Harrington of the Pirates gave up 6 earned runs in 4 innings, and then Dennis Santana gave up a run in his inning of work. So, Michael, Marlins not getting a walk-off win, Rangers getting a win, and then 3 shutouts other than the Diamondbacks beating the Yankees. So, what do you got on those?
This Padres team. I'm going to start with the Padres. I mean, this Padres team just continues to be a juggernaut. Like that offense is just ridiculous, especially at home. Like it's just unfair, like how the Padres get like their first 7 games at home and they're already like 6-0. Like when this team plays at home, they are. This is a really good baseball team. It's one of the toughest teams to face. I know everyone's talking about the Dodgers, but this Padres team is legit. That offense is just incredible, especially led by Jackson Merrill in his second year. He continues to rake, and my goodness. And then, yeah, the Marlins. They didn't win the walk-off. Surprising. And then, how about that? Nathan Eovaldi. He just continues to be really good for the Rangers. I mean, if the Rangers keep playing like this, they keep pitching like this, like my goodness. And plus, if the bats heat up, like they're gonna be a threat there in the AL. And then, yeah, the Yankees, the torpedo bats couldn't help you this time because Mark Leiter Jr. decides to give up a grand slam. But anyways, yeah, Yankees first opponent. That's not the Brewers. Of course, they lose. Good old classic. And then the Rays. Rays have been looking pretty good. That pitching's been looking pretty good, especially with Shane Baz. Like my goodness, like wow. And then the Pirates, them losing, has a kind of an interesting result going forward with another game that we'll talk about next.
Yeah. Our next game, the Washington Nationals lost to the Toronto Blue Jays 5-3. The Blue Jays were led by Bo Bichette, who had 2 RBIs, George Springer, Ernie Clement, and Alan Roden all had RBIs. Jose Barrios went 5 2/3 with 8 strikeouts and 2 earned runs. Yariel Rodriguez gave up an earned run in 1 inning. And the rest of the bullpen, I like the bullpen of the Blue Jays. And then the Nationals were led by Keibert Ruiz, who keeps his hot streak going with 2 RBIs and a hit and a walk, while C.J. Abrams had 3 hits and an RBI. Alex Call also had 2 hits. Trevor Williams gave up 10 hits in 5 innings and 3 earned runs, and then all of the rest of the pitchers did not give up an earned run. So yeah, overall, Blue Jays just getting a win there. And then our next game, the Twins get their first win of 2025 with an 8-3 victory over the Chicago White Sox. Overall, the Twins were led by Harrison Bader with a home run and 3 RBIs. Ryan Jeffers, Ty France, Edouard Julien all had RBIs, and Jose Miranda had 2. Simeon Woods Richardson had 5 hits given up in 4 innings with 2 earned runs. Luis Varland, that's goofy. Didn't he used to play for the Brewers?
Varland?
Or maybe it was no, that was Gus Varland.
Yeah.
They're brothers, I know that. He had an earned run in 1 inning. And then the rest of the bullpen shut him down. The White Sox were led by Nick Maton with a home run, and then Brooks Baldwin with 2 RBIs. Just a note on Brooks Baldwin, the Cubs played the White Sox last year, and he had a absolute dart to throw it to home, and he decided to throw it to second base, which gave the Cubs the tying run, and then I don't remember, but they ended up getting the win 7-6 because like 3 of the 4 games the Cubs beat the White Sox 7-6 last year. But yeah, Brooks Baldwin, just a boneheaded play, threw it to second base instead of home. Cody Bellinger was halfway there, and he just didn't throw it. That's just all I remember when I hear Brooks Baldwin. And then
Yeah, I remember that too.
Shane Smith gave up 2 earned runs in 5 2/3. Penn Murphy with 3 earned runs in 0 innings. Brandon Easert and Jordan Leisure both gave up runs in their innings in 2/3 of work. So, yeah. The Brewers get their first win of 2025, which means now they have as many wins as Carson Kelly has cycles this year, which is also something we missed from yesterday. Carson Kelly, the first cycle of 2025. Who would have thought? The Brewers were led by Christian Yelich with a home run and Eric Haas with a home run. Chad Patrick went 4 2/3 with 0 earned runs and 5 strikeouts. And the bullpen shut him down. And the Royals were led by Bobby Witt, Michael Massey, Hunter Renfroe, and MJ Melendez, who all had. Oh, sorry. Jonathan India, Bobby Witt, Mark Canna, and Michael Garcia all had um, hits. I think I've been reading off the walks instead of the hits, but oh well. At least we all know that they got on base. And Michael Lorenzen struggled 5 1/3 with 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 hits. But then the bullpen, I mean, they did pretty good. Only 1 run in 2 2/3. So yeah. Our next game, the Angels. The Angels are going for the sweep tomorrow. 9-7 win in the 11th. The Angels were led by Mike Trout with 2 RBIs, Yohan Moncada with 2 RBIs, Nolan Shanuel with 2 RBIs, and then Joe Adell, Kyron Paris, and Luis Rengifo with an RBI. It's like the Angels, this is a good lineup, other than Tim Anderson, who still had a hit today. I mean, I'm just going to go over their lineup. Taylor Ward, very serviceable in left field. Luis Rengifo, really young. Mike Trout, one of the best baseball players of all time. Jorge Soler at DH, amazing DH, can hit bombs wherever he wants. Kyron Paris, younger guy, probably won't be amazing, but he's serviceable at any position, I know that. Yohan Moncada, former top prospect. If he can get in his groove, he's a switch hitter. He can do things that he probably could have when he played for the White Sox. And then Travis d'Arnaud, he's old. Nolan Shanuel, super young. Joe Adell, again, super young. And then Tim Anderson, who's filling in for Zach Neto, who is one of their top prospects. And then Kyle Hendricks, former Cub, he owns the Cardinals. 6 innings, only 2 earned runs. And then Jarrett McDaniels blew the game with 2 earned runs. But then eventually in the extra innings, they did get the win. Ben Joyce has been dominating. Inning, no earned runs. I just accidentally exited out without explaining the Cardinals. The Cardinals were led by Jordan Walker, who had a 2-run home run. Nolan Arenado with an RBI. Lucan Baker with 2 RBIs in extra innings. And then Victor Scott had an RBI. Matthew Liberatore had 3 earned runs in 6 innings. And then Ryan Fernandez and Chris Roycroft both gave up 2 earned runs in extra innings. Yeah. So I will go. Actually, no. Michael, do you have anything on these last 4 games? The Nationals losing to the Blue Jays, the Twins getting their first win, Brewers getting their first win, and the Angels bouncing back and beating the Cardinals.
It is about time that the Milwaukee Brewers finally win a game, dude. I mean, I guess you could say the same about the Minnesota Twins, but I mean, finally.
And you beat a good team in the Royals, but it was also on Michael Lorenzen, so.
Exactly, but here's the thing. Chad Patrick looked awesome today. I mean, he looked good today. He looked like a prominent starting pitching today. The pitching actually did well today. Oh my goodness, the hitting actually was good. Eric Haas and Christian Yelich. Jackson Chourio does not look like he's swinging for the fences anymore. He got a base hit today. He looks like he's swinging for contact again. That's awesome. The bullpen. Abner Uribe was played in his first game of the year, coming back from injury. I mean, overall, it's just a phenomenal night for fans. And what is going on over there?
After tomorrow, the Cubs' next series is the Padres.
And where? Chicago, I'm guessing?
In Wrigley.
Oh, that's not terrible. I mean, the Padres have yet to play
the Padres. Fernando Tatis. I'm betting on Fernando Tatis to hit 3 home runs in a game. That'd be like a 27 times multiplier. That'd probably be more. That'd probably be like 50, bro. For hitting 3 home runs?
Yeah, I mean, I know the Padres are so juggernaut, but here's the thing. I mean, that juggernaut offense coming to windy Wrigley, I mean, that might be. But anyways, over the games, I mean, the Blue Jays, I mean, they're finally performing under Vlad Guerrero and Bo Bichette's final years. That's great to see them. And plus their bullpen, Jeff Hoffman is a really good closer for them. I really like them. Of course, the Twins, they got a must-need win. They finally got their win. They're probably feeling really relieved right now. How about the Angels? Like you said, the Angels could be a very sneaky team this year, especially winning on the road in St. Louis too. Yeah, watch out for this Angels team.
I agree. And for our last 4 games, the Giants get a win on the road, 3-1. They were led by Hiliot Ramos, who hit a home run, Willie Adames, former Brewer, 2 RBIs, and no other earned runs. Or excuse me, runs batted in. Logan Webb went 7 innings of 1-run ball, and then Tyler Rogers and Ryan Walker both went 1 inning of shutout. Jose Altuve hit a home run, and then Hayden Wesneski, former Cub, gave up 3 earned runs. That's why we traded you, buddy, because we will get to Kyle Tucker later. 3 earned runs, but then the rest of the bullpen did great for the Astros. Our next game, the Tigers beat the Mariners 4-1 on the road. Tigers were led by Riley Green, who hit a home run. Spencer Torkelson, staying hot, had an RBI double. Kerry Carpenter and Colt Keith both had RBIs. Casey Mize, the first overall pick in 2018, 5 2/3, 0 earned runs. Is Casey Mize back? I don't know. Bo Brisky, 1 earned run with no hits. So he must have, I assume, since he walked a guy, either another guy reached on air or the guy walked, stole a base, and then some error happened. He had to have. There's no way. And then Will Vest and Tommy Canley's on the Tigers? Dang. And then for Rowdy Tellez, another former Brewer, had a sac fly today. And then Logan Gilbert, 5 innings, 10 strikeouts, but 3 earned runs. And then Trent Thornton had the other earned run. So, yeah. And here we go. The Chicago Cubs have made it back to 500 at 4-4 with a 7-4 win over the Athletics. Kyle Tucker, 1-run home run. He was 2 for 3 today with 2 walks and a home run. Seiya Suzuki, 3-run home run. Justin Turner, pinch hitter, had an RBI, and Dansby Swanson with an RBI. Justin Steele, 6 2/3, was a little bit shaky at the start. Gave up 4 earned runs in the first 3, but 3 2/3 innings later, did great. Julian Merriweather, Porter Hodge, and Ryan Presley, phenomenal in the bullpen tonight. Finally, a good performance. And then for the Athletics, they were led by Shea Langoliers and Brent Rooker, who both had 2 earned home runs. Luis Severino, 5 earned runs in 6 innings, and TJ McFarland, an earned run in his 1/3 of an inning. So, yeah, the bullpen for the Cubs finally coming together. And then the Braves continue to stay unwinning with a 1-3 loss to the Los Angeles Dodgers, who stay undefeated. The Dodgers were led by Mookie Betts with a 2-run go-ahead home run, and Will Smith with an RBI, and then no RBIs for the Braves, even though they had 1 run. Chris Sale gave up 3 earned runs, but then the rest of the bullpen gave up 0 runs in their 3 innings of work. And then for the Dodgers, the pitching, Dustin May, 0 earned runs in 5 innings, and the bullpen did not give up an earned run, so must have ended up scoring on like a wild pitch or something. Yeah, because if it wasn't an RBI, then I don't know. So yeah, that's the end of the MLB. So Michael, do you have anything on which games? Giants, Tigers, Cubs, and Dodgers games.
All right, I just gotta say, if you're gonna tell me if the last winless team that remaining was the Braves, I would have thought you were crazy. But
For real.
I mean, the Braves. I mean, to give them something, I mean, they had a rough start to the season, like schedule wise. Like that schedule is brutal. You got to go San Diego and LA to start off the season. Like that's brutal. But I mean, I'm not worried about the Braves. I think the Braves can definitely come back to this once they start playing lower competition. I think they'll start racking up some wins. But I mean, yeah, you guys start being concerned about the Braves about that offense. I mean, the pitching looks good. It's just the offense. Like the offense is hardly doing anything right now and looking a little bit more like last year. And the worst thing about it is that they're healthy too. So, I mean, do not hit the panic alarm in Atlanta yet, but start to be skeptical because I know the tough schedule and everything. I mean, the Brewers have the tough schedule too. They literally had to play in New York, and plus they're playing the Royals right now. But don't press the panic button, but start to be concerned a little bit about that offense. And then overall, the final games. I mean, the Giants. You have something?
I mean, they're 0-6, but there's 156 more games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do not hit the panic button yet. Wait until you play a lower competition, but be a little concerned about that offense. Be
Yeah.
concerned. That's what I'm saying. And then also the other games like Spencer Torkelson. Like I've been a fan of Spencer Torkelson like ever since he's brought up to the Tigers. I'm so glad he's raking. He's been doing really well. We're happy with that. Plus Cubs, they got a good win. I mean, I know it's against the Athletics, but that bullpen, they shut things down. Of course, Kyle Tucker continues to be a really great pickup for the Cubs. And then, of course, the
Four home
Giants.
runs already. 4 home runs already.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then the Giants, their pitching looks really good. I mean, Logan Webb was very solid. But, anyways, yeah, that's it. That's all I got for the MLB.
That's all I got for the MLB.
All right, and then we do have a final update. The Timberwolves did defeat the Nuggets 140 to 139 in double
Woo.
overtime.
Woo.
Yeah, get these stat lines. The Timberwolves were led by Anthony Edwards with 34 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. And then the Nuggets were led by Nikola Jokic, 61 points,
Woo.
11 rebounds,
Team.
10 assists, a 61-point triple-double. My goodness, in a losing effort,
Damn.
too. Such a save. And then we also got a final in the NHL. The Los Angeles Kings defeated the Winnipeg Jets 4-1. Scoring goals in that one was Adrian Kempe, Anze Kopitar, Andrei Kuzmenko, and Trevor Moore for the Kings. And then scoring the lone goal for the Jets was Cole Perfetti. So yeah, so the sports day is officially done. So that's all we got today. So thank you so much for tuning into this podcast. Sorry about the no podcast episode last night, but I'm hoping that we kind of filled that void with that vlog. So yeah, hopefully we can make those more. So back to getting back into the podcast grind. It's currently 12:22 a.m. and I got a midterm tomorrow. So yeah, that'll be fun. But anyways, it's online, so we'll be all right. But anyways, thank you so much for joining this podcast. I'm Michael Hernan here with Andre Tainter. Hopefully, y'all have a great night, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.